Physiotherapy tubes, jacuzzi. Jacuzzi is a tube where water moves in the form of circular waves. Uses of jacuzzi to treat sprains and cramps by using hot water, nervous tension by using cold water. Some concept related to the wave motion and its properties. Wavelength. Wavelength of transverse wave. It is the distance between two successive crests or trough. Wavelength of longitudinal wave. It is the distance between the centers of two successive compressions or rarefactions. Units of measuring wavelength is meter. 1 millimeter equal 1 time 10 to the power negative 3 meter. 1 micrometer equals 1 times 10 to the power negative 6 meter. 1 nanometer equals 1 times 10 to the power negative 9 meter. Amplitude of the wave. It is the maximum displacement achieved by the medium particles away from their rest positions. The unit for measuring amplitude is meter or centimeter. The wave velocity. It is the distance covered by the wave in 1 second. The measuring unit of wave velocity is meter per second. Wave velocity equals distance covered by the wave in meters over time in seconds. Do you know? Wave velocity shows the velocity of energy transfer carried by the wave. The wave velocity is constant in the same medium but changes from one medium to another. The velocity of sound in gases, air, is smaller than that in liquids. The velocity of sound in liquids is smaller than in solids. The high destructive tidal waves, known as tsunami, have a wavelength reaching 200 kilometers and an amplitude of 30 meters with the velocity reaching 800 kilometers per hour. A glass cup is shattered when its natural frequency is equivalent with the frequency of a nearby sound source, as the amplitude of this oscillation of the cup particles becomes too large. This phenomenon is known as resonance. Wave frequency. The number of waves produced from the source in 1 second. The measuring unit for frequency is hertz. Wave frequency equals number of produced waves over time in seconds. Frequency equals 1 over periodic time of the wave, time of one wave. Law of wave propagation. It is the relation between the wave velocity, its frequency, and wavelength in the wave motion. V equals frequency time wavelength. Frequency is inversely proportional to wavelength in the same medium. Wave velocity is directly proportional to frequency at constant wavelength. Wave velocity is directly proportional to wavelength at constant frequency.